Okay, we're back to work here on the cottage. It's been a while. I've been trying to get back out here, but also I've been doing work, but just not filming it, because a lot of the work I feel has become pretty repetitive for filming purposes. Uh, and I know you definitely don't want to see me move around scaffolding because, yeah, it's boring. So we've got all the back side of the cottage done, and I'll give you a look at that later. But we're going to start working here. I've got the scaffolding set up as best as I can, and we're going to start peeling siding and then replacing all the siding. I started out with the steepest, hardest side of the cottages first. These sides, not as steep, not as high off the ground, but still dangerous. I can't get complacent because I'll fall from there to onto that tree stump or one of these rocks will definitely hurt. So I can't get complacent even though I'm not working as high up. And then my reward for doing all of this is this super easy front side, which I could just do on a step ladder, which will be really, really nice and go really, really quick. So I'm hoping that this goes really quick. We've got this big hole here, so that's actually a good thing because I don't have to remove siding from that area. The siding on this side of the building is the best conditioned siding. I'm still debating on whether to try to reuse some of this siding. I might be able to at least reuse it for doing the front. So because the windows and the door take up so much of the area, there's actually not that much long runs of siding. So it might be possible to use original siding, which would be nice to keep some of the original siding on the building. And it's slightly different than the siding that I'm putting up, but I mean, once it's all painted, I don't think you're ever going to be able to notice. So, alright, enough yammering on. It's time to get to work. So before I get to work, I'll at least show you the backside that I finished up. I just didn't film it because I had a lot of just light rain on every day I came out to work on it. It just makes filming almost impossible. The lens gets covered in water and I'm standing up on a ladder. I can't keep cleaning it. So if you're wondering what all these little green spots are, I'll give you a look. So I watch a couple of YouTube shows about boat building. Very interested in it, and you pick up a lot of woodworking tips and stuff. And one thing that I was interested in was, when they plank the outside of a boat, they use what is called fairing compound. So I liked it. It's kind of like a very tough waterproof filler. And since I'm painting this anyway, it worked out good for my purposes. It's extremely hard. I'll have to come out here, give it a quick scuff before I paint, but not a big deal. It filled in any knots. Any little splits. Sometimes this cedar's a little bit old, and sometimes it likes to split out, and I'm just going to fill it. I mean, I'm not going to pull an entire cedar board out for one little tiny split that's starting. So, anyway, to work, like I said before. Okay, we're, I'd say, a little over halfway through demo, and we're getting to this area here, which is like the first area that has any electrical or utilities in it at all. Some of the stuff obviously is newer, but you can actually see at the top, that's up there's original nub and tube with a socket. So I'll probably try to reproduce that, you know, when I put the building back together, since that's obviously an original light fixture up there. But we have some modifications down here. A lot of the siding came off really easy. I think some of it's been off before because of this mess down here. So originally this would have just been a solid wall, but as you can see, somebody has cut the ends of these studs and this was I believe a window air conditioner shoved through, and then this piece of plywood here, after they removed the window AC unit, was put to cover up the hole. So we got a little bit of structural work to do right there, but overall, I mean, the wood's in pretty good shape, and I've got no complaints about the condition so far over here. Like I said, this is probably the best condition side of the building, which is not saying much, but it's something. Well, it's the first time in a long time, but we're actually working inside the cottage, at least for a little tiny bit. So I want to put a little more structure around that window. I think we're missing a couple on the top and bottom of that window frame, but I really want to deal with this big hole. Obviously, I think cut for a window AC unit. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to square up the edges. Then I'll put a sister stud in the center, and then I'll probably put a stud where you see that ruler at. Okay, outside the building, this is where our air conditioner was. I think it's been patched up pretty good. Got this sistered up and add this little header piece and that stud so that all the pieces of tongue and groove would have something to nail in, and you know, adds a little extra structure where we got this cut out. So like this is putting some nice pressure on this to keep it nice and straight. That's why I didn't put sister it on both sides. I didn't think I needed it. And I've come out here and cleaned out at the bottom of the studs as best I can. I hope I have some more insulation. I've got a little bit in that pile there, but not much. So we'll go to the workshop. I'll see if there's any more insulation, and I'll start stuffing insulation in here. And then maybe get some house wrap. I bet you I get about half of this done today. I don't think I get the whole thing, but we'll see. Get back to work. Okay, well, I got done basically what I was expecting to get done today. I got half the building cleaned out, insulated, and house wrapped. The other side, I fixed the hole for the old air conditioning unit and did a little structural reinforcements above the window. And yeah, I got done what I wanted to get done, and I didn't fall. This is awful work. I hate doing it. I hate working with insulation. I hate working up on ladders. I'm really just trying to get this done and over with because I want to get back to working on the interior of the building. So, like I said, plans are get the siding done, get the building painted, and then move back inside as quickly as we can. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the spring doing this, and by the summertime, I'm hoping to be back inside the building. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks everybody for watching.